Hello, everyone. I'm Emma and Jolie, and this is the Emma Effect. If you value thoughtful, principled conversations grounded in faith, responsibility, and clarity, I invite you to subscribe and join this community. Independent media only grows when people engage with it. So if this episode resonates with you, like, comment, share, and subscribe. It generally helps more than you know, and it's truly appreciated. And now, this is the Emma Effect. In recent weeks, the Department of Justice released portions of the Epstein-related files under federal transparency requirements. The release has generated controversy, not only among political opponents, but among conservatives as well. Questions have been raised about redactions, vetting procedures, and some survivors have voiced concern about how the material was handled. This episode is not about conspiracy. It's about consistency, because I am a conservative, and I strongly support President Trump. But support does not suspend standards. During his campaign, President Trump spoke clearly about protecting women and exposing corruption. Many conservatives, myself included, believed that transparency would be part of restoring trust in institutions, and that trust matters. For years, Americans have believed that powerful people, the wealthy, the connected, the politically protected, operate under a different set of rules. The Epstein case became a symbol of that belief, not just because of the crimes, but because of the network, because of the access, because of the perception that accountability stops at a certain level of power. If conservatives argue that law and order matter, then transparency in cases like this cannot be optional. The recent document release has not settled public concern. Some critics argue that transparency was incomplete. Others believe more clarity is still needed. Some survivors have expressed distress over aspects of the handling. Now, I am not here to accuse anyone of criminal misconduct without proof. To date, no court has found President Trump guilty of abuse related to Epstein. That matters. Facts matters. But here is what also matters. If mistakes were made in the release process, they should be acknowledged. If transparency was promised, it should be delivered fully. If legal safeguards were meant to protect victims, they must be honored without any exception. That standard does not change based on party. Conservatism is not personality worship. It is principle. It is order. It's the belief that power requires discipline, and discipline demands accountability. If we demand accountability when Democrats are in power, we must not resist accountability when Republicans are in power. This is not betrayal, it's integrity. The fastest way to weaken a movement is to apply its standards selectively. But the strongest way to preserve it is to apply them consistently. I support President Trump. I believe his leadership reshaped important national conversations. But if there are unanswered questions, they should not be dismissed simply because of loyalty. Transparency strengthens credibility. Silence erodes it. Protecting victims must always come first. Restoring trust in institutions requires follow-through, and truth should never be treated as a partisan weapon. Accountability is not disloyalty. It is what separates serious governance from tribal politics. If we believe in law and order, if we believe in protecting women, if we believe in restoring institutional trust, then we must mean it, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it involves our own side. Because principles that only apply to opponents are not principles at all. They're tactics. And conservatism, at its best, has always been bigger than tactics. This has been the Emma Effect. Share your perspective and let's keep this conversation going. God bless America.